Hello, it's Matt Radford here, and I'm really quickly going to show you how you can use Roofr for your Christmas light estimates. So here I am in my Roofr dashboard, and I'm in the measurements tab right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the measurement because I want to get the lines for the gables and the eaves for the Christmas lights. So I'm going to go to Create DIY up here, and I'm going to type in the job address. Okay, as it populates here, I'll click the one that shows up. Now you'll see it says attached to matching job. I've used this address before for demo purposes, so that's why it's showing here, but I'll detach it right now like it's a new job that I'm creating. So I'm going to click continue. Excuse me. And now you'll see here I am in the video, in the image selection screen. And you'll see how the garage is partially cut off. So the first thing I want to do is zoom out so I get the entire property in the picture here. So now you'll see I have the whole garage, the whole house, everything in the entire frame. Next thing I'm going to look at is the tree coverage. So you'll see there's different timestamps on these, and I'm going to look for one that was taken in fall or winter with no tree coverage, and I like this one right here. So I'm going to click select image and use this one here. Now this will use 1 credit, and you can check our pricing for the credits. Here we have buy DIY credits where you can buy them in bulk. This is to draw it yourself only. You can also pay to have us draw it for you, and that is of course a higher cost to that. But to draw it yourself, you're going to click select image, and it's going to take you into the DIY tool. Now from here, the first thing I like to do is square it up on the screen. So I'm going to click this grid down here. You'll see in the lower left corner, there's a bunch of different tools. And then I'm going to rotate until I have it fairly straight in the grid. That looks pretty good there. And then I'm going to start at the corner and just click my way around. You don't have to hold the mouse button down and drag it. You just click, stretch it out, click, stretch it out, just go all the way around. Now for this home here, it's a split level. So this is a lower level and this is an upper level. So I'm going to go past, this one has an 18-inch overhang. I'll show you that in a moment. So I'm going to go right past that and then go up the wall here and back out to the bottom of the valley. Okay. Even it up on the other side. And you can be as detailed as you want when doing these measurements. You can even only draw the areas that you want to install the Christmas lights on. I personally like to have the entire roof line drawn out because when I'm giving the homeowner their estimate, I can offer this report. This prints out a full roof report. I can offer that with the paperwork and the warranty information if they sign with me, just as a bonus add-on. It gives them the entire layout of their roof, and if they ever do need to get their roof repaired in the future, they can reference this when they're cross-referencing with roofing estimates. So keep that in mind, if you want to give the homeowner a copy of this report when it's done with their paperwork. All right, so I'm just getting the garage on here as well. And again, you can be as finicky as you want with this. Like for instance, if I want to, I can get these. I know that these gables are pretty even, so I'm just going to even them out here and get them both as close as I can to 13'4". There we go. And then I'll just move this one down to 2. So you can be as as accurate as you want with that, depending on who you are as a person. All right, got that ridge on there. So now that I have this all marked out, I'm going to go to edges. Now for Christmas lights, this is very important. You want to make sure that you only label the edges that you're going to be putting Christmas lights on. So for this house, I'm going to go down to view pitch. Okay, view pitch takes it down to a street view. All right, spin around here. So far, wrong way. Come on, go for a drive back down the road. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to look at the place. So what I measured was this garage right here, and then this portion of the home, and then up that wall. I haven't measured this upper portion yet. Okay, so I could take a look at it here, and then jump back over here, and I decided I only want to put my lights across the two gables, across the eaves, and then across the ridge. So I'm only going to label the ones where I'm going to be installing the lights. And the reason for that is it's going to pull that information into a proposal when you go to offer your quote to the homeowner, okay? So if you want to, since this is a corner lot, you might want to put some lights down this edge here as well. And then we're also going to do the ridges, okay? So that one's marked. We're not doing anything on the back of the home, just the spots that are visible from the road. Maybe we'll do this one here too. And if you want to, you can drop a point right here. So if you don't want to go all the way back, you just want to go halfway back on this one, and then mark this as an eave, and that way your Christmas lights only go halfway back, because there's no point in putting them back there. But anyway, now we're going to add a layer. We're going to go to the B layer, and this is going to allow me to draw this upper section up here over top. So now I got this eave over that overhang, go up the rake this side, down the rake that side, across the eave at the back, over here, up, trace it back across, and then put my hips and ridges. And for this one here, I'm going to put Christmas lights on the two gable ends. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to drop a spot right here at this chimney. All right, so I'm going to put some along that eave there at that chimney, and then here. Boom, there we go. Go to all layers, click my facets. If I want, I can go back over here to this tab, get my pitch. We're looking at about, jump over a little bit. We're at about a 512 pitch. You might have a pitch premium, so if it's a steeper roof, you can charge a little bit more money. All right, so we're a 512 pitch on the whole thing. Boom. And we're going to click save. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to close this out. We have our measurements here. This is the one I did today. I'm going to go over here and click create proposal. Okay, so now I'm going to search for my template. I have a Christmas light template that I created down here. Christmas lights, permanent lights template. Use this template. It's now calculating the quantities based on those measurements that I just did. Now you'll see here I have several different options. Okay, I gave them an option for temporary install. It has all the scope here. They have lawn ornaments option, temporary install, and then they have permanent installs. And here's where they can select which they want. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I don't have any lawn ornaments options in here. I have to put that in manually. But I'm going to go in here and just edit the option. So we have Christmas lights eaves, Christmas light gable, and Christmas light ridge. Okay, you can see it's pulled all the quantities, waste factors, prices up here. You know, you have approximately $12 a linear foot. Okay, looks good. I'm going to close that. I'm going to preview this. If I want to, I can add some, move my face here, add some photos. I have some generic photos in here showcasing some past work, but you can continue to add more in here if you want, and then you can send it to the client. Oh, sorry, I have to add a customer. Don't forget to add your customer. So I'll just add myself as a customer. Radford. I don't even know how to spell my name. Matt Radford. There we go. Boom. Save. Okay, and then I can send the proposal to that customer, or if I want to, if I'm there on site, I can click preview and then have the customer sign it right now. So this is what the preview looks like. Okay, you have your about, info, Christmas light temporary install, all the different options here for them to choose from, the selection page. Okay, you have your brochures that you can have attached. Oh, that's pretty. I love Christmas. Terms and conditions. All right, anything like this that you need, photos. And then you could just have the customers sign now, right on site. So they're going to select which option they want. We can go with the Christmas light temporary install. We don't want any lawn ornaments. I'm not going to do a permanent lighting install this year because I just don't have the funds for that. and then sign here, put my signature in. I'm going to draw it. If it's on your tablet, you can have them draw it on the tablet. Initial and save, and there you go. Next, get them to sign off here, sign here, sign here, sign here. Yeah, as many times as you need to have signatures on your contract. Apparently there's a lot on this one. Good thing this is a demo and this isn't my real signature. I have no idea what I'm signing right now. Initial here, initial here, initial here. Okay, hopefully your contracts don't have all this on it, but click finish and you now have a signed proposal. Cha-ching! There you go. All right, let's go back to this screen over here. So the really cool thing with this is that it doesn't just end there. You got your one proposal, but now you have your calendar where you can go in and schedule different jobs, and your calendar actually links over to your Google Calendar. It integrates with your Google Calendar, so you can schedule all your jobs right here. If you go into a job, let's get rid of my face. Okay, let's go into that one that we just did here. See, you have all these tasks that you can set for follow-up. Okay, and as you go through the tasks, this will move the job down through the Kanban board. You move it here, waiting on paperwork, appointment scheduled, proposal sent, presented. Okay, that one that we just did should be over here in proposal signed. That's the one that we just did for the Christmas lights. Scroll down, we'll see the signed proposal here. I can create an event right here. And then if I need to, the financials, I have my projected job costs, everything. And then I can just bill everything right here to the customer. They can pay right through Roofr, goes right into the bank account. It integrates with QuickBooks, and it's all just a one-stop shop. So if you're interested, if you have any interest in looking into this deeper, you can just use the measurements separate. You can use the entire package. We do have different options based on what you need for your business, but click the link in the video and we'll show you what we got. All right, see you later.